Alright guys, today I want to teach you how to sit on the dog with your dog. Don't worry, it doesn't involve sitting on your dog. It does teach them how to settle on command. Now Bo is quite a bit of an anxious dog at times, so for him to learn to settle is actually really important. And the only thing I need to do for it is to step on the lead and give him enough space to sit, stand and lie down. Now I do prefer this on a longer lead, but I don't have a longer lead on me today. So I can hold the end of it. And now I basically just have to wait him out until he sits or lies down. And that teaches your dog to settle when you want them to settle. This is very different between your dog choosing to go for a nap in the middle of the day. This is when you want your dog to settle when people come into the house, or when you're cooking, or maybe when you want to take him to the cafe. It doesn't really matter, but a lot of dogs are always super stimulated. We walk them, we play with them, we throw the ball. We constantly cater to their needs, and we're not actually teaching them an off button. And I see this especially in high drive dogs like Border Collies or Kelpies or Malinois. People love to be like, these dogs will never tire. It's like maybe when they're 12. Like, that's fucking bullshit. And that's a trap you're falling into on your own accord because that's like a stereotype. It doesn't mean you can't teach the dog to relax on command, because you can, right? And especially if you're here because you've been reading my Reactive Dog Owner's Guide and you scanned the QR code, this is like step 1 of my calmness protocol. And if you're here, it might mean that your dog is overstimulated and generally anxious. Like, I can tell you now, a dog doesn't actually enjoy running to the window 700 fucking times a day to bark at birds and people and dogs and cars and a mailman. Like, can you imagine how stressful that is? So initially, we have to show them, hey, relax, calm down, chill out, right? We have to force them, if you call this force, into relaxation. And then as they get better at it, you will then need to do it less because they can figure it out themselves. Yeah. So right now I'm waiting for Bo to sit down or to lie down. Yeah. And he has never done that here. We have done that in his house, but that was a lot of months ago. So he might need like a little refresher. And you know what? The first session can take 30 minutes. And it could be that your dog is pulling on the leash and trying to get away. But just remember, your dog is safe. You're in a safe place. You're not doing anything to your dog that is actually stressful. The only thing you're asking of them is just to relax and lie down and just be in the moment, right? So there's no reason for your dog to go like, nah, even though they might be. That's when you have to persist. Because if you give in, it's almost like the same as when you have a puppy that is crying at night and you let him into your bed. He's like, oh, cool. So this is how I learn to get into your bed. If you let go every time your dog shows a little bit of struggle, your dog figures out, oh, if I show a bit of struggle, I get to stop doing this. So see how he keeps looking at me and he keeps wagging his tail? He doesn't know how to just relax. So again, I'm not going to do this until he does it because I don't know. We might be here 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 45. I don't know. But if this is you need to first practice this at your house. Just grab your phone out and scroll or watch something basic on Netflix. Just something that isn't like you staring at the dog for the next half hour. Because you also kind of like do some work emails, whatever it is. But teach your dog that right now you're around me, but you're not getting the attention you usually get. I just want you to chill. So then when I want to go to a cafe eventually, where there's people walking past and dogs and God knows what, you are also just able to relax whilst I'm eating my food. Dogs don't need non-stop entertainment. And sit on the dog is a really good start to that. Hey, look at that. I got to sit. And it might not look like much, but for him, that is good. So I'm really glad I got to finish this video on that note. All right, good luck. See you next time.